Hi guys, I'm going to show you in this video how to create a new folder, new file in Markdown and how to run it. So first of all, we need to create a new folder um, so that we can keep all our data and the files, graphs, everything. And the end product, the Markdown documents like HTML, Word, or PDF files in the same area. So let's create a new folder. So what I've done is in my PC, in the document section, I have created a new folder called paper 726 and a subfolder called lab 1. So in lab 1, I have put two specific files. One is a source code, which we will need, and also I have put one called the Word template, RMD. This is a template which will make the life a lot easier. And the same thing we can see here. So this is the working directory, that is paper 726, and in a subfolder of lab we have put this pub.r source file, and also we have put one markdown file that is a template, and we can just copy and paste basically. So let's start a new file. So file, new file. In the new file section, we will go for an R Markdown. Let's give it a name. So to keep the life a little bit easier, I gave the name as lab 1. And the default output format is HTML, but you can change it to PDF if you have got MikTeX or MacTeX installed already. Or all you can do as Word if you have got MS Word or Kingsoft Word or any other Word software as well. So HTML is easier, so let's start with HTML at first. So in this, this is a preformed document which has got all these codes already written, but we don't want those. What we'll do is we'll just copy and paste from the Word template. So let's click on it. And as you can see that in this we have got this Markdown document as the template. Now this first couple of chunks, these are important, and the rest are not necessary for every lab that we are going to do. So what we'll do is there is this section called R Markdown header. We will go anything and everything above it. So we are going to cut and paste from line 36 up to line 1. So you are copying it and we are going to paste it here. So we need to delete all of it and we are going to paste it here. Now couple of important things here is first of all we can change the name of or the title of this document. So let's call it lab 1 paper 726, and then we can change the date in whatever date we'd like. Say today is 18th of April, and we need to make sure that a couple of things are done. One is that table of content, that is TOC is yes, and in HTML document as well TOC is yes, and in Word document TOC is yes. So it will make the life a lot easier. And in the chunks, as you can see that there is cache, which is true, which means that any work that we have done previously, that will be saved spontaneously, and we don't have to run the same thing again and again. So if we run it only once, that will be fine. In all these chunks, the echo is kept as false, which means that when we run it, the code will not come up in the HTML document or Word document. But if we keep the echo as true, then that particular code will come up, which will be a bit clumsy and not very smooth. But when we run the code anything below line 36, we will keep as echo is equal to true. This is the default. And So every time we run the document or we knit it, um, the document will show the code. Now the working directory need to be set well in advance. So let's say in our in my laptop it is paper 7 to 6 under my folder. So this sign means that it is anything before paper 7 to 5. So that was in my computer and in the folder of my document. So we are going for paper 7 to 6, and the subfolder here is lab 1, but you can choose according to your preference whatever folder you are keeping this markdown. The only thing is this pub.r should be in the same folder. So the source code is pub.r, exactly what we have here, and this is in the subfolder of lab 1. So next thing we need to do is we need to save it, and then we need to run those chunks. So let us save it by pressing this. So make sure that in my documents, in the folder paper 7 to 6, in the subfolder lab 1, now we are going to save it in any name. In this particular case, I am giving it a name called lab 1. So it is saved here. So the RMD or markdown file is lab 1. Right. The next thing I need to do is I need to run those chunks to make sure that there is no error in it. Otherwise, when we go to knit it, that will be a bit of a problem. So make sure that the warning is false, message is false, comment not applicable, and cache true, so that all these files, graphs, and other stuff, these are saved in the same subfolder or the working directory. So let's run this chunk. So looks like it there is no error in this chunk. Then run this chunk again. It worked very well. Finally, this setting directory and the source file. Let us run this chunk. So it looks like these 3 chunks ran very well. If you like, you can probably keep all these 3 chunks in one chunk. I think that will be absolutely fine. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to knit it to see if it works. So there are 3 options. We can knit to HTML or PDF or Word. Now for PDF, MikTeX or MacTeX needs to be installed beforehand, and for Word, MS Word or Kingsoft Word or any other Word document needs to be installed beforehand. So let's do it HTML to demonstrate if it works or not. So it worked very well. We can actually run it in a browser to make sure that actually it is working. So in web browser, mine is Chrome. So in Chrome browser, it is working. Right. So one thing is on the left-hand side, these are the menus, and obviously I have not put any header, so nothing have come up. But I can put some header there to see if it works. So if we do a single hash, then it will be a header. If we put double hash, there will be a subheader.